So what do these two places have in common? I guess you probably have no idea because really you can't even tell what places they are, and I haven't told you yet. But they are in very close proximity to each other, and they also both made the list of the top 5 real estate investment markets in the entire state of Texas. And these two markets, the names of them are Howdy guys, this is Michael McCall, your realtor here in San Antonio with JB Goodwin Realtors, and this is Life in San Antonio, Texas. Now I do apologize for that tease there at the beginning. So the truth is that I actually had no idea and did not expect that these two different towns close by to San Antonio would actually be on this list of the top 5 real estate investment markets in the entire state of Texas. Those two towns are New Braunfels and Seguin. So New Braunfels you may be fairly familiar with because it is one of the top growing cities in the entire country and has been for a few years now. And it's also just a really big tourist area. So a lot of people come to New Braunfels to hang out and go to the river and do all the kind of stuff that New Braunfels is. But Seguin has been an area that is very under the radar and has been coming up in popularity here recently, especially with the expanding market here in Central Texas. The biggest shock really for me was Seguin because of the other 4, not including Seguin, they're all pretty close or over 100,000 people in population, and Seguin is not even a third or a fourth of that in some situations. So it was kind of a big deal for Seguin to be on this list, given that it is by far the smallest market on this list. But regardless, it's here. I kind of sort of agree with it, even though I wasn't expecting it. And let's get into why that is the case. Oh, and before I get into it, do not forget, guys, because I am your realtor here in San Antonio and in the Hill Country area surrounding San Antonio. If you need anything else at all, if you need help moving to San Antonio, if you have any questions about any of the towns around here, reach out to me, guys. Shoot me a text, email, call me, whatever you guys need. I'm here to help you guys. I've lived here my entire life, and I absolutely love helping you guys with your move to these areas. So reach out. Information is right here, and it's also down below in the description. I'm here for you guys and whatever you need. So New Braunfels came in just one step above Seguin on this list, but New Braunfels, like I mentioned, is one of those that is not really a place that is really under the radar anymore. It's got a rich German culture. We have Wurstfest, which is a huge event that happens every year. You can go get German sausage, all the beer that you can drink, dress up in your favorite German heritage get up, whatever that would be.
But it looked like she got caught in his lederhosen.
All the plaid and the hats and overalls and things. I don't really get into that, but you can find some pictures of it. It's pretty fun, and a lot of people get into it, even if they're not really big into that kind of stuff. There are also so many different things to do in New Braunfels. New Braunfels is one of those places that pretty much everybody in the area goes to New Braunfels if they want to do something for the evening, or if they want to do something for the weekend, like they want to go to the river on a Saturday, if they want to go to Schlitterbahn, if they want to go to a country music concert at Whitewater Amphitheater, if they want to go shop over at Creekside or downtown New Braunfels or in Green, if they want to go check out any of the number of boutiques in different places around town. It is an outstanding place for that reason, and it's a big tourist town. We'll put the number of people that visit New Braunfels right here, but every year. New Braunfels is an outstanding place for those reasons, and it's still a really popular place to live. It is also one of the most beautiful towns in the entire state of Texas. It is right on the cusp of Texas Hill Country. When you get north out of New Braunfels, then you're right there in that hill country, and just vast views for as far as the eye could see. Your 15-20 minute drive up to Canyon Lake, which is home to some of the most amazing waterfront views that you can imagine, just driving through there. Public access, so it's quite a fun place to go. Take the jet skis, take the pontoon boat, take the wakeboarding boat, go up there and spend the day. It also has Lake Dunlap. Lake Dunlap is currently, as of 2022, still in the repair phase after the dam failed, but once that comes back up, you'll have Lake Dunlap that you can go out and use too. It has a public access ramp, and it's still usable as like the Guadalupe River. It's not really Lake Dunlap right now, but you can still get on the river and do those types of things down at the boat ramp, but it's just not quite as great as whenever the dam was actually functional. It was a little bit higher. Like I mentioned, you also have Green, so historic Green Hall, that little strip going right there in Green where you have Cotton Eye Joe's, you have Mosey's, you have Green Hat Company, you have little wine bars, other little bars here and there. You have Green River Grill and Gristmill. I mean, there's all kinds of different places and different things to do in Green. It's kind of a little unique little town there in New Braunfels, which is another great thing that a lot of people like to come and visit when they're in town. Like I mentioned, Seguin is a place that is not really talked about a whole lot yet, but it is definitely an up-and-coming place and a place that has a ton of potential. So Seguin is located just south of New Braunfels, about 15-20 minutes drive. It's on I-10, basically going between Houston and San Antonio. It's about 45 minutes or so from San Antonio, depending on which area you're going to. Seguin is known for its lakes. So the Guadalupe River that runs through New Braunfels also runs through Seguin. Along the way, you have Lake McQueeney, Lake Placid, and then just the Guadalupe River, which is actually Lake Seguin, and Meadow Lake in Seguin itself. All those places have different boat ramps that you can access, some of them private, some of them not. Lake McQueeney is a private access only lake that is really, really big on vacation homes, second homes that a lot of people come to. They go to the ski lodge, they hang out there, swim the pool, eat, watch fireworks on July 4th, watch the ski shows on Lake McQueeney. Lake Placid is a public access lake. There's a boat ramp right there on the interstate that you can get into Lake Placid, go fishing, go wakeboarding, go skiing, tubing, whatever you want to do on Lake Placid. There's a lot of different waterfront activities that you can do in Seguin. There's also Starkey Park. Starkey Park is a huge park that is right on the river. It's right where the Seguin Little League fields are at, and it's right by the golf course. Starkey Park Golf Course is right there next to Starkey Park. Go figure, right? It is loaded with just massive pecan trees that scatter the whole place. It's an old pecan grove. You can go walk, drive, do whatever, bike through there. It's got a huge park for the kids to play at. Got basketball courts. There's different frisbee golf courses that are scattered throughout there. So there's all kinds of different things you can do at Starkey Park. And like any good South Texas town, Seguin is loaded with some outstanding breakfast tacos. You can go to any number of restaurants. Whenever we're in town, we can pretty much go to a number of like 4 or 5 different places and be just as happy with every single one of them. We do have our favorites, but if one of them is closed for some reason on a Sunday or a Monday, like they tend to do every now and then, like local family places do, they just close when they need to, we can go to any of the other ones and still be happy. There's also plenty of other good Mexican food places. El Ranchito is a classic in Seguin that's been around for a long time, and then Garcia's is another one. You also have some other really, really good variety of food. Burnt Bean Co. is a to die for place that has some of the best barbecue and the best Tex-Mex creations that you will ever find anywhere in the world. Seriously, it is literally my favorite place to eat, bar none, of any restaurant anywhere in the entire state of Texas. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. If I had to pick one restaurant to go eat at, I'm going to Burnt Bean. You also have some good home-style cooking places like Kirby's Corner, Gigi's Cafe, and then the Power Plant Grill. You also have some good Chinese and sushi in Atan, which is just downtown, and it's a really cool little spot right on the creek too. It's kind of got some good little views in there, but really good food too. My wife and I actually just went there this week as of recording this video. Another really cool feature about Seguin is ZDT's amusement park. ZDT's is literally a miniature amusement park for kids. It's even got roller coasters. It's got water slides. It's got the big, what do they call it? Like the roller coasters where you go up and you drop and go up and you drop. They have little bumper cars inside, all kinds of stuff. It's kind of crazy. It's a lot of fun for the kids to go to, and it's a really good spot if you're visiting the area to take the kids for the afternoon and just go spend some time there as well. So for the main reason that Seguin and New Braunfels has made this list of the top real estate investment markets is, of course, the real estate. So let's talk about that. If your guys are looking to move here, this is an outstanding area that you really need to consider coming to. It is really just exploding with growth. There's new construction neighborhoods going up everywhere, for one, and price ranges is all over the place too. So down to the high 200s all the way up to $1 million+ homes, and there's everything in between. Hundreds, if not thousands, of options at any given point in time to find a new house. So again, if you're looking for something like that, I mentioned it before, I am a realtor here in this area, so let me know and I can kind of hook you up with the best options for what you're looking for. So you have a lot of options between Seguin and New Braunfels. A couple of good reasons that Seguin and New Braunfels are great investment places, simply for the fact that it is a great home for families. It has really highly rated schools. New Braunfels has Comal ISD and New Braunfels ISD, both highly rated. Seguin also has 2 districts in Navarro ISD and Seguin ISD. Seguin ISD is not quite as highly rated as some of the other ones, but they are making great strides to try to improve that. They just built a new high school. They're improving all of their facilities. They just increased all of their teachers' pay. So it's a really big draw for the families that are coming in and putting their kids in public school here. And one more reason that you need to reach out to me if you're looking at buying a new construction home or any home in Seguin. Right now, as of this recording at the end of July 2022, these builders are offering some crazy incentives because there's a lot of homes that are on the market right now. So if you want a list of those, reach out to me. I'll help you out with that stuff. Seguin itself is definitely way more affordable than New Braunfels if you're looking at the overall price point. It really always has been and probably will continue to be that way for the foreseeable future. New Braunfels is just so much more developed. It has so much more things going on. So I think that's going to be a much better draw for people to continue paying higher prices in New Braunfels versus in Seguin. But the prices in both have gone up astronomically. I mean, well over 25% year over year for the last couple of years. So it's been pretty astronomical as far as price increases go. And same thing for rent rates. If you are an investor looking for that, rentals have gone up quite a bit as well in both of these areas in a similar manner as the prices have, like as you would expect. And along with affordable options, you also have some higher end properties. So New Braunfels is definitely known for having a little bit more of that style of home, style of neighborhood, Vintage Oaks, Copper Ridge, River Chase, anything really around Green, Hunter's Crossing, Havenwood. I mean, there's all kinds of different places there in New Braunfels that are very much more luxurious, I guess you could say. Really nice custom homes. 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 square foot homes. 500, 600 plus, kind of a starting point in some of these neighborhoods. Seguin, on the other hand, is not quite to that point. Whenever I do a search for anything over 600 right now, New Braunfels has well over 500 listings and solds within the last 6 months. Seguin, on the other hand, has less than 100. And the majority of those in Seguin are the waterfront properties. So if you're looking at waterfront properties, Seguin is a very prominent place to do that between Lake McQueeney, like I mentioned, Lake McQueeney, Lake Placid, and then just all along the Guadalupe River, there are houses that pretty much line the entire thing going through Seguin all the way up to about halfway between here and New Braunfels. That is where the biggest draw for Seguin's higher priced homes come into play. In addition to a little bit more property, you get up into New Braunfels, the property is a lot more expensive, for one, because you're getting up into the hill country, and that just increases the price by itself. In Seguin, you can actually get some homes and some land that is a little bit more affordable than, say, you could up in New Braunfels. So it's kind of a happy medium with them being so close to each other that has really drawn a lot of people that maybe can't afford what they want in New Braunfels to look into Seguin. In my opinion, the biggest driving factor for the growth of both of these cities is their location. So New Braunfels and Seguin are both right smack dab in the middle of Austin and San Antonio. In Seguin, you have about a 45-minute drive to get to either Austin or San Antonio. And the great thing is you're right on I-10. Take I-10 straight to San Antonio, or you can take I-10 straight to the 130 toll road that goes straight into Austin. Granted, you got to pay the tolls, but you can drive on the fastest speed limit highway in the entire country. I believe its speed limit's 85 on it. And then in New Braunfels, jump on 35, 30 minutes to San Antonio, 30 to 45 minutes to Austin, and you're right there. So both of those prime locations have really driven the growth of these areas and made the builders come, as well as brought the people, because this is places that people may not necessarily want to live in the city, but they want to live in these nice towns where they can commute to the cities for their jobs. This is a prime spot for all of that. So like I mentioned, Seguin and New Braunfels are two outstanding places to live. So if you are looking for a place where you want to be, close to the San Antonio or to Austin, but you don't want to be in either of those places and you don't want to live in the city anymore, New Braunfels and Seguin are definitely two places you have to check out. Now, if you're looking for any other locations, towns away from San Antonio that are out in the suburbs, small towns around town, just take a look at this playlist right here for everything you need to know about all the suburbs around San Antonio. And until the next video, guys, we will see y'all there. Bye.